Hello everyone, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
And today we're doing something a little bit different. We've done this at least once before with the I'm Not Ashamed trailer, and now we're going to take a look at a trailer for a movie that's actually already out, but I think we need a little bit of a primer before we even touch it. By the way, we're going to do old-fashioned today. That'll be Friday now. Don't worry about it. Things got in the way. Anyway, so this film stars Phil Robertson of Duck Dynasty fame, and was written and directed by someone you may have heard of.
No, blue ball him.
Okay.
We'll get there. Yeah, now you're blue balled. Now you have to watch. Gotcha. Hooked. Let's go.
So without further ado, here's the trailer for Torchbearer.
So listen, as a student of history, one thing that we've all learned is that even the mightiest dynasties eventually crumble. The Ming Dynasty, the Habsburg Dynasty, and now...
Oh good, not only did Citizens United have the time to completely destroy any semblance of ethical standards for our campaign finance system, they somehow found the time to make a shitty propaganda movie. Hooray.
Trouble for the preeminent dynasty of our age.
Duck Dynasty! False alarm. Not actually a Duck Dynasty episode. I know. I'm gonna have to ask everyone to put their dicks away. We are canceling the Circle Jerk. However, we will be passing out vouchers for half-off apps at the next Circle Jerk. So make sure to get those from your server. The next Circle Jerk is actually tomorrow at Sean Spicer's press conference.
In the beginning, God.
Citizens United Productions is also responsible for such classics as ACLU, At War with America. Border War, the battle over illegal immigration. 9 Days That Changed the World, hosted by Newt and Callista Gingrich. Ronald Reagan, Rendezvous with Destiny. And finally, Hillary, the movie.
Beyond all time and outside of all space, there was God.
Man, am I glad we have a strong separation of church and... So yeah, Steve Bannon, the president.
But then the evil one, the father of lies, tempted them. From this calamity down through the ages, man shakes his fist.
Alright, I know Phil Robertson is religious, but I don't know if half a Gandalf beard and what I suspect to be a pretty impressive bandana collection is enough to make you an expert on scripture.
At his creator, and says, I decide what's right and wrong.
Once again, as we mentioned before on the show, the motto used to be E pluribus unum, out of many comes one, and then in 1956, to combat those darn atheist communists, they changed it to In God We Trust, and then in 1957, they officially put it on all paper currency. Phil Robertson, of course, should know this because he was 11 when that happened.
That means that he was born into a godless land and lived there for 11 years, which kind of means he should be thrown into a lake of fire. No, I'm kidding. You should probably be thrown into a soapy bath, though, because when the beard gets all dirty, you look kind of like Bin Laden, but without the bullet holes.
God is dead. I'm my own God.
Wow, they waited a whole 42 seconds to show Hitler. That's actually impressive considering how much B-roll footage of Hitler Bannon just has lying around for some reason.
Isn't it weird that he keeps it right next to the Kleenex and lotion?
He doesn't seem like a lotion guy based on the complexion, but...
It's only for the dick.
His dick is his Dorian Gray painting. His face gets all the damage, but his dick is pristine. He's got like a perfect 16-year-old dick.
Oh, God.
With the fall, death entered into human history. Now all creation is subject to its bondage to decay.
Jesus Christ, Phil, you're like a huge downer all of a sudden. I thought you used to be like fun and stuff. There was like duck things happening and like country music. I don't remember. I don't watch your show. It's garbage. But is it because of the faint waft of butt sex and leather pants in your community now since gay marriage has been legalized? Is it really bothering you? I know it kind of sits in the nostrils a little bit, But if you use some like essential oils like peppermint, you could get rid of that. Just dab a little bit on the hobo stash. Smells like nothing's but fucking at all.
When men begin to determine what's right and what's wrong, oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah, the movie's going full steam ahead on the whole secular equals Nazis thing. But disregarding that for a moment, can I just point out, even if you're following the Christian worldview, you have by definition decided that is the right as opposed to wrong one? You can say your religion offers superior morality, but to come to that conclusion, you had to have some sort of base understanding of morality separate from it in the first place for which to compare it to. Again, remember, this is co-written by one of the president's senior strategists.
In the absence of God, the man with the biggest stick determines your worth.
I'm guessing along the lines of the social Darwinism thing, they're going to argue without God, humans devolve into a natural state of might makes right. Whether or not you believe this to be the case is irrelevant right now, though. By adding God to the equation, you didn't do away with might makes right, you just defined the mightiest might as a guy on your team big enough to beat everyone else up if they don't do what you say. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this whole God thing might be the best example of my dad can beat up your dad that I've ever seen.
Caesar demands his pinch of incense. Violence, decadence, political anarchy, moral decay.
I like to think that Steve Bannon edited this himself, and when he heard the words moral decay, the only thing that came to his mind was Miley Cyrus. And it wasn't because she was naked in Paper Magazine on June 9th of 2015, seriously Google it. It was because Bannon couldn't get Wrecking Ball out of his head. And now neither can you.
I get it, Bannon. We all miss Hannah Montana. I'm not making you watch a movie about it, okay?
It turns me off that she's legal now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the city of man. When he opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature saying, "Come and see these events."
Ooh, watch out, Christians! Holocaust imagery. Uh-oh, look at those ISIS guys on the other side of the world. Surely they're going to bomb your local Piggly Wiggly and implement Sharia, starting with your flyover state. Population, who gives a fuck?
More to come. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And the name of him who sat on it was Death.
I was just making a Miley Cyrus joke a bit ago, and now you've turned the series up to 11 and started quoting from Revelation 6. You make duck calls for a living. And I make dick jokes for a living. Can't we just...
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Oh! I'll take the nuclear blast and the creepy Oppenheimer quote as a hard pass on the chill. Loud and clear, Phil.
Having made ourselves God, we turn inward, feeling lonely, ashamed, self-conscious, depressed.
Okay, back to Miley. Does she look self-conscious or depressed there? She's smacking a juicy butt. Nobody can be either of those things while smacking a juicy butt.
On top of that, she's so rich, she's never more than an hour away from having a trampoline delivered to her if she so chooses. I have a hard time believing anyone can be depressed under those circumstances.
Lost to our very selves, full of violence and carnality.
Does Phil know that Muslims are very religious and pray to the same God, or does he just think...
Jake? Sugar Bear? You're overthinking this. Duck Guy and President Bannon are just really dumb.
You're right, babe. It just gets so scary sometimes.
Shh, 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 shh. Baby bird, shh.
Betrayal, hatred, murder, war.
Okay, so you guys are aware of the irony of talking about wanting to spread your Middle Eastern religion while juxtaposing it with scary imagery of ISIS, right? What? No, he's busy advising the President of the United States. Well, that's depressing.
The legacy of fallen mankind.
Wait, is that guy gonna get run over by a tank?
that a human civilization's best chance of survival is to anchor itself in the God of creation.
So the best chance to survive is to anchor yourself to God like these guys? Like these guys? These guys?
Uh-oh, they let a Jew in the movie. Bannon must have been pissed.
God created man and woman in his image. We are image bearers of God.
Wait, what? Why didn't you call the movie Image Bearer? Or have his line there be Torchbearer? That seems sloppy. We can't just end on that, can we? Can we just end sloppily? No big punctuation? Okay, well, I'm good with that. So that's the Torchbearer trailer. We'll get to the full movie. But before we finish this off, there are some ancillary things going on.
Did you see the movie poster for this? Here's the movie poster. So, there's Phil Robertson. He's got a couple guns and a holy Bible that looks like it was photoshopped into his hand. Most importantly, he's got a bandolier of shotgun shells. His face is he gonna murder people? Is he gonna Sandy Hook us?
He looks very like if ISIS had formed in the American South. This is definitely what they would look like, right? Like, I'm not the only one.
Right,
like,
no,
they'd be wearing this.
This is America. This is Louisiana's chapter of ISIS.
Yeah, there you go.
It's,
the holy book's a little bit different, but the uniform is strikingly similar, apparently.
Where do you get the M16? I think that's an M16. I don't know a lot of gun names.
I don't know gun shit. I'm not gonna
because I'm not you know a murderer.
The worst part about, honestly, the Duck Dynasty thing is I have no problem with hunting. If you're, like, a hunter and you like to go hunt and get the meat or whatever, even trophies, honestly, like, that's cool. But the Duck Dynasty people have made me retroactively hate hunting because of the stereotypes they bring to it.
Well, sure, but so the gun he's holding up like a walking stick, the camo, I think it's a shotgun based on the shotgun shells. Could also be a musket. That's for hunting. The M16 is also for hunting, but more like the most dangerous game hunting. You know, fuck it. He made billions of dollars trying to sound like a duck. So I mean, like, live your fucking dreams, Phil.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, the other thing, I was gonna go get comments for this because sometimes when we do videos like this, it behooves us to get some comments and see what people are saying about it. Fortunately, as you might imagine, the comments for this video are disabled, because they are cowards. But Steve Bannon, who we've been talking about. If you don't follow politics, by the way, Steve Bannon was the head of a website called Breitbart, and is now the president's chief strategist, and made this movie. So I went to Breitbart and found an article that is nothing more than a shameless plug for this movie. And I went to the comments there, and I would have grabbed some. But no thanks. Please don't go to Breitbart. 'Tis a silly place. So, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Like we said, Friday we'll have Old Fashioned. It wasn't coming out on Valentine's Day anyway. You don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Go watch. There are other reviews of it out there. Go check. Actually, no. Wait till Friday. We're just wait for us. That was almost an anti-plug.
Do you think it'll work as well as a regular plug or better?
Let's find out. We'll see. Smash that like button.
Smash!
Like, smash it.
Smash!
So anyway, you can always follow us on Twitter at Bible Reloaded.
You can follow Hugo at Hugo Reloaded. You can also subscribe to the channel after smashing the like button. And also hit the notification bell so you don't get unsubscribed like my mom did.
You can also donate to our Patreon campaign. We do a once-a-month patron-only hangout, which we will schedule very soon and let you guys know as soon as we possibly can.
Like
we also
next week.
Yeah, something like that. We also do a once-a-month, it's like a loot crate style thing. Imagine I said that with more enthusiasm.
Yeah. We just introduced pens, guys!
Yeah,
we just introduced pens! And I just talked to the guy today, and he's like, maybe 3D printing will be feasible, so maybe we'll work on that. Who knows in this crazy fucking world?
And then there's the Bible Reloaded pen. I actually like this. It's kind of
nice. It's a good pen.
Yeah, I don't know if you can read it. It says the Bible Reloaded: Atheism, Dick Jokes, Film Culture, Gaming, which would be in reference to Unpop, I would assume. So, not bad though. Like these pens.
Anyways.
Yeah. So stay tuned for Friday. Stay tuned for our future review of this shitty movie. Stay tuned for the next potential 4 years of the guy who wrote this movie having a very large say in your day-to-day life.